What is up, my party people? I hope you guys are ready for a lesson on Spanish, lesson 6. We're going to go ahead and start off with culture. Now, she did mention that culture is going to be really short on this quiz because we didn't go over Cuba. So all we have are pages 198 and 199 on the markets. So los markets al air libre. So this is open air markets. So what are they? They are open air markets, which are most common throughout the Spanish speaking world. They serve as places to shop, socialize, eat, and interact with people. And some markets can be daily, or they can happen weekly, or they can be an annual pop up type market. What do people buy? Depending on the market, it could be fruits and vegetables, it could be clothing, it could be handmade goods, so artisans, CDs, DVDs, it could also be books. Some important vocab are el puesto, which is stand, regatear, which is to bargain, and la napa, which is a little extra given for free by vendors. You might want to know that one. She emphasized it a lot during our Zoom calls. So again, la napa. So that's if you go up to, say, a food vendor and you order food and they give you la napa. Say you order one slice, they give you a slice and a half. Or they give you, hey, you ordered cheese, I happen to have an extra cheese slice. That's just a little bit extra. Some famous markets include Otavalo, which is in Ecuador, and it's known for its colorful textiles. Then we have El Rastro, which is in Madrid, Spain, and it's known for its antiques, art, and clothing. Then there's, bear with me, Chichicastenango. Yeah, it's in Guatemala, and it's also known for its textiles and ceramics. Lastly is Mercado Central, which is in Santiago, Chile, and it's known for its seafood and produce. So some key cultural facts: bargaining is expected. They expect you to bargain. I know that's not how we typically do things in America, but bargaining is good. Vendors may give you la napa, which is that little extra, and then markets also reflect the local culture and traditions. Moving on to our vocab, let's go with clothing, starting with el abrigo, a coat. Los, blue, so it could be los jeans or los jeans azul, so that would be blue jeans. La blusa, blouse. La bolsa is purse or a bag. La bota is boot. Los calcines or el calcintin, socks or sock. La camisa, shirt. La camiseta is a t-shirt. La cartera is a wallet. La chaqueta is a jacket. El cinturón is a belt. La corbata is a tie. La falda is a skirt. Las gafas or las gafas de sol are glasses or sunglasses. Los guantes are gloves. El impermeable is a raincoat because the rain does not penetrate the raincoat. It's impermeable. Moving on. Las medias are like stockings. Los pantalones, pants. Los pantalones cortos, shorts. La ropa, clothes. La ropa interior, underwear. Las sandalias, sandals. El sombrero, hat. El suéter, sweater. El traje, suit. El traje de baño, bathing suit. El vestido, dress. And los zapatos de tenis, sneakers. Moving on, ir de compras. This is our shopping vocab. El almacén, a department store. La caja, cash register. El centro comercial, shopping mall. Now, if you're saying I'm going to the shopping mall, you would say al, because it's yo voy a, and the a and l turns into all. If it was la, like I'm going to the cash register, yo voy a la caja, I'm going to the cash register, then that's fine because it's la. But make sure if it's an L, then we turn it into all. So yo voy al centro comercial. Next, el la cliente, clienta, the customer. El la dependiente, dependienta is the store clerk. El dinero, money. En efectivo, cash. El mercado is a market, and el mercado al aire libre is an open air market. Un par is a pair, or un par de zapatos is a pair of shoes. El precio is a price, and el precio fijo is a fixed price. So that means don't bargain. It is what it is. Then we have la rebaja, which is a sale. El regalo, a gift. La tarjeta de crédito, credit card. La tienda, store. And el la vendedora, salesperson. Now, time for colors. El color, color. Amarillo, amarilla, yellow. Anorando, anoranda, I struggle with that one. Orange. Azul, blue. Blanco, blanca, white. Gris, gray. Maroon, cafe, brown. Morado, morada, purple. Negro, negra, black. Rojo, roja, red. Rosado, rosada, pink. And verde, green. Adjectives. Barato, barata is cheap. Bueno, buena is good. Cara is each. Caro, cara, expensive. Corto, corta, short. Elegante, elegant. Hermoso, hermosa, beautiful. Largo, larga, long. Loco, loca, crazy. Nuevo, nueva, new. Otro, otra, other or another. Pobre, poor, or rico, rica, rich. Verbs. Conducir, to drive. Conocer, to know, to be acquainted with. Dar, to give. Ofrecer, to offer. Parecer, to seem. Saber, to know how. Traducir, to translate. Costar, to cost. Gastar, to spend, specifically money. Hacer juego con, to match or to match with. Llevar, to wear, to take. Pagar, to pay. Regatear, to bargain. Usar, to wear, to use. Vender, to sell. Palabras adicionales. So these are additional words, and we use these when we are specifically talking about our past tense. So I did something yesterday. Last year I did this. So starting with acabar de, so this is to have just done something. Like I just went to the store, but it's still past tense because you're not currently at the store. Anoche, last night. Anta ayer, the day before yesterday. Ayer, yesterday. De repente, suddenly. Desde, from. Dos veces, twice. Hasta, until, like hasta luego, like until later. Pasado, pasada, last or past. El año pasada is last year, so el año is year, and then we add pasado for last. La semana pasada, last week. Prestar, to lend, to own. Una vez, once. And ya, already. Like I already did that. Now for saber and conocer. Saber, we use this for facts or information or how to do something. So we take saber and we take the information, and we also can take the infinitive. So we say, like, I know the time. Sé la hora. I know how to swim. Sé nadar. I don't know your number. No sé tu número. Now, conocer is for people, places, or being familiar with. So use this is a personal with people. So, conozco a Maria. Do you know Maria? ¿Conoces Nueva York? New York. No conozco ese lugar. So our present tense, here's our conjugation. So starting with saber, this goes from yo to el, nos, and then our ellos. So we have yo sé, tú sabes, él sabe, nosotros sabemos, and ellos saben. Yo conozco, remember that there's a Z, conozco. Tú conoces, él conoce, nosotros conocemos, and ellos conocen. Our direct object pronouns. So this is to answer to whom or from whom. So me is me, te is you, le, him, her, or you, nos is us, os, you, and then les, them, or you all. So our placement. So we can do this before our conjugated verb. So it can be me compra un regalo, or it could be between no and the verb. So it could be no le escribo cartas. We could also attach it to one of our infinitive verbs. So we could say yo a darle el regalo. So instead of saying yo le dar el regalo, we can smush them together. Voy a darle el regalo. Another example would be está escribiéndole una carta. It's kind of interesting, but we smush them together. So a plus noun / the pronoun. So le doy el regalo a ella. Les hablo a los clientes. Now, with dar and decir. Dar, we have yo doy, tú das, ella da, nosotros damos, ellos dan. Decir, yo digo, tú dices, ella dice, nosotros decimos, and finally, ellos dicen. So our examples, we have le digo la verdad and les doy consejos. Our preterite tense. So this is completed actions in the past, specific time. So again, we're going to use this with our anoche, anteayer, el año pasado. So our AR, our conjugations are going to be E with an accent, aste, O with an accent, amos, and ieron. So for comprar, we're going to have yo compre, tú compraste, él compró, nosotros compramos, ellos compraron. For our ER and IR verbs, we're going to have I with an accent, iste, O with an accent, imos, and ieron. So yo escribe, yo tú escribiste, ella escribo, I escribo, nosotros escribimos, and ellos escribieron. Now for our car, gar, zar. So this is in the yo form only. Car to que, gar to ge, zar to say, in the yo form only. So buscar, we have car, C-A-R, we turn it to K, Q-U-E with an accent. Llegar, gar turns to gay, so G-U-E with an accent. Empezar, zar to say, so we take the Z-A-R and turn it into C-E, accent on the E. For creer and layer, these have exceptions. So we're going to take the I and we're going to turn it into a Y. So yo creí, tú creíste, él creyó with a Y, nosotros creímos, and ellos creyeron. For leer, we're going to have leí, leíste, leyó, leímos, and leyeron. She did emphasize these, so you might want to remember them. And again, we're using them with the signal word. Anoche, ayer, anteayer, la semana pasada, una vez, ya. And then we can also use acabar de plus the infinitive. So acabar de comprar una falda. Acabas de ir de compras. Now, our demonstrative adjectives and pronouns. These are adjectives that we put before our nouns. So if we're close to something, we're super close, we're going to use este or esta. And if it's plural, we're going to use estos and estas. So something that's close to me. So I'm going to say like those. So I would say those plural, like those shoes. Estos los zapatos de tenis. The tennis shoes that are really close to me. That's what I'm talking about. Now, if it's kind of far away, then I'm saying like those over there. So these, those, that. So these that are right here, those that are kind of close, and then that over there. So for our medium, we're going to have ese and esa. And then for plural, we're going to have esos and esas. So again, this is going to be our medium distance. And then our far away, like those over there in that display case, we're going to use aquel and aquela. And then for plural, we're going to have aquelos, aquelas. And then again, we're going to replace our noun with our pronoun. And so we're going to have no quiero este, prefiero ese. So I don't want these, I prefer those. And then it just depends on the context of what you're talking about. And then you also have like neutral pronouns, so esto, eso, aquello. Those are also options as well. Now here are all the pages that she told us to look over. These are in different order, but make sure to look over them. So again, when we have our different pronouns, so you can have the ella le vende la ropa a Elena. You can also put it in front, so les prestamos el dinero. We can also combine it like we talked about before, so me, te, le, nos, os, les. Saber and conocer. Yo sé, tú sabes. Ella sabe, nosotros sabemos, vosotros sabéis, and ellas saben. Now, conocer. Yo conozco, tú conoces, ella conoce, nosotros conocemos, vosotros conocéis, and ellos conocen. So, saber is to know a fact or pieces of information and how to do something, whereas conocer is to be familiar or acquainted with a person, place, or thing. Next, these are just some more practice with the me, te, se, nos, os, and les for our conjugations for dar and decir. So dar is to give, decir is to say. So for dar, we have yo doy, tú das, ella da, nosotros damos, vosotros des, and ellos dan. And then for decir, we have yo digo, tú dices, ella dice, nosotros decimos, vosotros dices, and ellas dicen. We talked about our car garzar, so make sure that you look over those. And then for creer, leer, and oyer as well, we didn't really hit on oyer, but we can go over it here if it helps. So again, we're going to take the yo and it's going to have an I with an accent. And then our tu is going to have an iste with an accent. And then our el, ella, usted is going to have a y-o with an accent. And then our nosotros is going to have an emos with an accent. And then the vosotros is going to have an istes with an accent over the first I. And then finally our ellos is going to have yeron with a y, no accent on the LA usted. Moving on, here is some more information about like clothes, Carolina Herrera. This is more some culture stuff, so Carolina Herrera, these are all designers. We didn't hit a lot on this. We did talk about it a little bit. If anything, she might ask a question about Carolina Herrera, and she started the fashion brand because of her friend. She's now super famous. She has like perfumes, bridal collections, cosmetics, and all that jazz. Here is all of the vocab. We already have all of this, but in case you'd like it in a more centralized version. Here is the culture for the open air markets, if you'd like to go over that. Here we're back to the singular and plural este, esta, ese, esa, aquel, aquela, estos, estas, esos, esas, aquelos, aquelas. So again, these, those, that. And then here is just some practice for saber and conocer. And then our AR, ER, IR verbs. So again, we have aste, o, amos, astes, eron. Istes, io. Imos, isties, eron. And then our direct, our demonstrative pronouns, these just have the accents on them. Again, it's the same thing. It's these, those, that. And that is everything. I hope this is helpful and you guys